take on the Everest Legion Ball Club in baseball action tonight. I'm Gene DeLisio. Good to have you with us for baseball this evening here on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. The Marshfield Blue Devils coming off a non-conference win last night. They won at Medford by a score of 9-5 to improve their overall record to 4-8. The Everest Legion 3-3 heading into this ball game this evening. On the mound tonight for Everest, it's Nevin Poppy, and throwing for Marshfield, it's Auburndale's Aiden Cherney. Marshfield and Everest in Legion Baseball tonight at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. And back with more of our pregame report following these messages.
Hey everybody, Matt over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Printer, jam.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Stanley.
Back at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield and Everest tonight in American Legion Baseball. Very pleasant evening so far. We do have some clouds coming in from the west and southwest, but they do not look threatening as of right now. But nonetheless, cloud cover out there as of right now for this ball game. Well, the NBA draft concluding earlier today. Only 2 rounds of the NBA draft. In the first round last night, the Milwaukee Bucks selected A.J. Johnson, a young man from California who played pro basketball last season in Australia, in Australia's National Basketball League. Earlier today on the second round, the Bucks chose Tyler Smith, a 6'11" forward from Houston who played for the NBA G League Ignite team last season, averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds per game. Now, last night, Milwaukee Bucks general manager John Horst visited with members of the media to talk about his selection of A.J. Johnson with that pick on last night's first round.
So, obviously, first round of a 2-day, 2-round draft just completed. A bit different for us. We'll go right back and kind of dive in and get ready for 33. Think that'll be a lot of action on 33. Be exciting. But for this, just really want to talk about AJ, about 23, the reasons why we did what we did. And with that, I'll open. We're excited, and we'll take questions.
I guess to start, he didn't play much. He's very young. So I don't know if the experience scouting Jalen helped you build a foundation. How did you find him, and what did you see in such limited time to make him, the pick at 23?
Yeah, a huge credit to our scouting staff. That's what they do. We have a global scouting department that's what they do. They go all over and they watch players as much as they can. We build a profile. AJ's been one of the top recruits in his class for a while. He's a 4-star recruit, originally from Fresno, played high school in California, had originally committed to Texas, decided to go play with the Next Stars program in Australia. He's growing up, as you mentioned, of Jalen growing up playing against pros, which I think is great for him. And although he didn't play a lot last year in a really competitive NBL in Australia, he grew a lot. Physically, he grew a lot. Mentally, he grew a lot. And you could see the improvements as you studied his film and you watched him, then getting an opportunity to spend time with him in the draft combine process and in the draft workout process. So, we're really excited about AJ when he plays and how quickly he develops and how quickly he earns his opportunities to be determined. But this is a player with great athleticism, speed, talent. I love his mentality, toughness, and so we're really excited.
Just as one of the best teams kind of in the league over the last couple of years, how do you try to balance out drafting one of the skinniest, youngest kids in the draft this season and trying to think about how that might fit for a team trying to make a championship push?
Yeah, I think part of it is looking at the growth and development of our current roster. I think we saw AJ Green get on the floor last year. We got Andre Jackson get on the floor. Marjan has been able to get on the floor. Chris Livingston's having a great summer. We have a roster with young players that are growing and developing, have figured out how to contribute already on our team, a really good team. Doesn't mean that AJ Johnson, we've got a lot of AJs, AJ Johnson can't do that. But I feel very confident about the group that we have already. And so that gives us an opportunity for him to grow and develop in the right way, mature in the right way, both physically and his game. But he's got incredible speed, quickness. He's got a pass-first mentality, but with a really high-level scoring game. And so I think he also fits within that crew skill set-wise. I think those guys all have different skill sets that they can bring to our table. And he brings something that maybe, Andre Jackson is the only other one that really brings from a speed component. I love the way he plays at different gears. He can go fast. He can play in second gear, third gear. He can really slow it down. He's great at deceleration, which is something that we study a lot. And so his change of pace, I think, is going to give him a chance to, although he is skinny, he's a lot stronger than he was. He's already getting stronger. He's got a great frame. But that's not going to be his gift. It's his speed and his fluid athleticism and really his mentality.
John, he since he didn't go to Texas, can you think off the top of your head, your tape you've seen him in Australia, where he's playing against guys that are going to be in the NBA? That there are a couple of players that come to mind that your scouts mentioned in terms of the competition you faced the last couple of years?
Probably without, so I can't name the pros, NBA pros. When I say pros, he played a lot against NBA pros, just in the U.S. in summer camps and summer leagues and things. You can go on YouTube and Google and watch some of it. So those are great experiences and actually really accessible things to watch and see how he's done. The NBL, in the minutes that he did play, a lot of those guys are former NBA guys, maybe never to be NBA guys, but it's a really physical, strong, competitive league. So if you look at what the impact of physicality will have on his game and you kind of watch how he's able to navigate and manage that, there's a lot of upside there in what he was able to do using his speed and his change of gears.
Talk about his growth physically. I've seen various types listed for him. What is he at? That's
Yeah, basically he's going to be a 6'5". He is a 6'5" guard with about a 6'8" wingspan, 6'8" plus wingspan. So, he'll play at all of it 6'5", maybe even 6'6". It's about 170 pounds. He's gonna add weight, but he's a really hard worker, really driven kid, and he's excited. We're excited to have him.
Do you consider this like a bet or a big swing to a degree, knowing that, to Eric's point, like this team, you're expecting to win a championship this year, being 19, turning 20, adding weight, may not see him for a year or two. Is this a projection thing? I guess.
Yeah, I'll never put a limit or a ceiling on someone. Maybe he'll play a lot this year. Maybe he won't. If he did, he wouldn't be the first player, at his age and his frame to play a lot, even on a good team. So I don't want to put that limit on him. When you get in that part of the draft, the assessment we had to make is here's a handful of guys that are win now. Here's a handful of guys that maybe have a higher development curve or a longer runway. I think he's a combination of both. He has, in my mind, obviously in our group's mind, a defined elite skill set with speed and athleticism. He is very quick. He's very shifty. He's very fluid, and he knows how to play. And so I think when you have something that you can count on, it gives you a chance to get on the floor, and it gives you a chance to build from somewhere. So he's not this super raw kind of hope to build talent prospect, I would say, like a projection pick. There are things that he already does that translate to our game. There's things that he has to get better at and he'll work really hard at that'll help him play more and be more impactful. But he, to me, from a speed, athleticism, again, this kind of pass first mentality, and he can really score it in between. He can shoot it from three. He can finish at the rim. I think those are the things that allow him to have a chance, not only now, but going forward.
What do you kind of see as his position? Is he a point guard? Is he a shooting guard? And then I guess just kind of what role do Damian and Doc kind of play in his development moving forward?
Yeah, great question, Eric. It's kind of the easy answer, cliche, but combo. I really do think he has a combo mentality. Again, I think naturally he may grow to be a point guard someday. He really likes to get off the ball, kind of move, play off the cuts. Watch a lot of his highlights, a lot of back cutting, finishing at the rim, getting out in transition. So I don't think he's a ball dominant point guard, but I do think he could end up being more of a facilitator point guard down the road. I think Doc and Dame have an incredible chance to have an impact on his development. I think our new coaching staff and the development mindset of our new coaching staff will have a big impact. But I think all of our vets, it's one of the reasons why we feel comfortable making a play on a player like him is because we think he can grow within our culture and not in a sense that we need to rush him to anything. We'll hopefully be really good if he plays a lot, and we'll hopefully be really good if he doesn't play a lot. And I think there's a chance to someone to really grow and develop in the right way when you have that type of dynamic around them.
You mentioned the mental
There is our national anthem as we get set for baseball here at Jack Kaplan Field in Marshfield. And we also heard from Milwaukee Bucks general manager John Horst on choosing A.J. Johnson last night with the first pick, the Bucks' first pick in this year's NBA draft. Earlier today, with the 33rd overall pick, the Bucks chose 6'11" forward Tyler Smith, who again is a native of the Houston area and played this past season for the NBA G League Ignite team, averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds per game. And with the very next pick, pick number 34, the New York Knicks moved up by a trade with Portland and selected Marquette guard Tyler Kolek. Kolek last season for Marquette, averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. He goes to the New York Knicks with the 34th overall pick in this year's NBA draft. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene DeLisio at Jack Kaplan Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Everest meeting in this matchup this evening. The Marshfield Blue Devils are on the field. Defensively for Marshfield today, at first base is Adam Gilbertson. At second base, Nathan Richardson. At shortstop, Blake Rabb. At third base, Chase Robinson. The right fielder is Bryce Erickson. In center field, Owen Griesbach. In left field, Jacob Sadowska. The catcher is Mac Konieczny. And on the mound, Auburndale right-hander Aiden Cherney. Marshfield again 4-8 this year, coming off a 9-5 win over Medford at Medford in that ball game last night. Aiden Cherney was Marshfield's starting pitcher this evening. Hit a solo home run for Marshfield in that ball game last night, improving Marshfield's record to 4-8. Everest 3-3 heading into this ball game this evening. Well, the leadoff batter for Everest here in the first, shortstop Keegan Jerschley. Batting right-handed, stepping in against Aiden Cherney. Jerschley batting right-handed. Cherney ready, winds and delivers. Breaking balls across for a called strike one. Play is underway here at Jack Kaplan Field, Marshfield and Everest in Legion Baseball tonight. 0-1 on Keegan Jerschley. Cherney gets set and throws again. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. You fans around central Wisconsin know the reputation of Keegan Jerschley, outstanding 3-sport athlete at Mosinee High School. Football, basketball, and baseball. 1-1 pitch, hit back over the mound at second base, charged by Richardson behind the bag, turns and fires, and throws just in time. Outstanding play by Nathan Richardson. The Marshfield second baseman behind the bag, making that stop, and then turning quickly and throwing to first base to retire the very speedy Keegan Jerschley for out number 1. The Everest batter now is the second baseman, Colin Ebersold. Batting right-handed as well. Cherney into his motion. His curveball breaks low and outside for ball 1. Now the Marshfield Senior Legion baseball team, a busy week ahead. They'll play this weekend at a tournament in Chippewa Falls. 1-0 pitch, over for a called strike, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow, the Senior Legion plays Eau Claire at Chippewa Falls. Game time for that contest Friday at 5:30. The 1-1 pitch on the way. It's fouled back behind home plate, 1-2. On Saturday, Marshfield meets De Pere, also at Chippewa Falls. Game time for that contest Saturday at 12:30. 1-2 on Colin Ebersold, stands back in. Cherney gets his sign from Matt Kinichny. Winds and throws a curveball, a big swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch by Aiden Cherney. His first strikeout, that's out number 2. Here's the Everest third baseman, Nate Langben, stepping in. Blue Devils play 2 games at Chippewa Falls on Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. Nate Langben stands in, batting right-handed. Cherney throws a curveball. It breaks across for a called. Strike 1. We're in the first inning. Everest batting top of the first, no score. Bases empty and 2 out. 0-1 on Nate Langben. And the pitch by Cherney. Curveball hit in the air to shallow center field. A long run for Owen Griesbach. He comes on quickly and makes the catch to end the inning. And Everest in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We've played 1/2 inning, and our score is Everest 0 and Marshfield coming to bat. We'll come back to Jack Ackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
"2023 was a year of change, innovation, building something new, and teamwork. The H&S legacy is evolving, and we're carrying it forward, designing equipment that helps farmers get the job done, looking ahead to the future of farming while staying true to the values that have brought us this far and made us who we are today. H&S, strong heritage, strong people, stronger future."
Everest Legion on the field. Defensively for Everest tonight. At first base is Ben Schley. At second base, Colin Ebersold. At shortstop, Keegan Jerschley. The third baseman, Nate Langben. In right field is J.J. Lewis. In center field, Pearson McDonald. In left field, Brendan Hochberger. The catcher is Aiden Haupt. And on the mound is right-hander Nevin Poppy. Mentioning earlier, the Marshfield Senior Legion playing this weekend at a tournament in Chippewa Falls. They're scheduled for Sunday. Marshfield meets River Falls Sunday at 4 o'clock and then plays Chippewa Falls Sunday at 6:30. Those ball games at Casper Park in Chippewa Falls. Lights are on here at Jack Ackman Field. Baseball tonight, Marshfield and Everest meeting in this Legion contest this evening. The leadoff batter for Marshfield in the first is left fielder Jacob Sadowska. Jacob batting left-handed. Right-hander Nevin Poppy throwing for Everest tonight. Tall right-hander, working from the windup. Into his motion, and Poppy now delivers. Fastball over at the knees, a called strike 1. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the first. No score here at Jack Ackman Field on a rather gray, dark evening, although not really threatening weather at all. The 0-1 pitch now on the way. Curveball pop foul on the third base side of the play. 0-2 on Jacob Sadowska. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Number of folks from Schofield down here to take in the ball game this evening. 0-2 on Jacob Sadowska. Poppy gets set, winds, and delivers. Breaking ball hit towards left field. Hochberger comes on quickly, dives, and makes the catch. Nice job by Brendan Hochberger in left field. He went down to one knee, slid around the ground, and hauled in that sinking line drive by Jacob Sadowska for out number 1. One down in the Marshfield first. The batter now the shortstop, Blake Rabb. Batting right-handed. Poppy Wines deals once again in the dirt for ball one. Our coverage of Marshfield American Legion Baseball on WOSQ, a service of Astor Assisted Living Center on Chestnut Avenue in Marshfield. 1-0 pitch on the way. Ground ball towards short. Picked up by Jerschley. Fires to first base in time for the second out. 2 down in the Marshfield first. That brings up right fielder Bryce Erickson. Astor Assisted Living Center in Marshfield, the very best assisted living. Convenient, comfortable, and secure lifestyle. Visit AstorSeniorCommunities.com for more information. Bryce Erickson stands in, right fielder from Neilsville. Batting right-handed. Poppy into his motion. Now throws, it fell on the first base side. The first baseman, Schley, has a look, but the ball falls out of play for strike one. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the first inning, no score. Bases empty, 2 outs here at Jack Hackman Field. No balls, 1 strike on Bryce Erickson. Poppy taking his time. Now into his motion. Sets and delivers a curveball high and outside for ball. 1-1. We've seen Bryce play several positions for the Blue Devils this summer. That's the case with many of these ball players. They can play multiple positions, makes them quite valuable. Poppy's 1-1 pitch. Got the outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Lights are on, rather dark gray evening here in central Wisconsin. Poppy into his motion once again and throws 1-2. A big swing and a miss, off speed pitch by Poppy. Erickson swings and misses for strike 3, ending the inning. In the first for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We've now played 1 inning, and our score is Marshfield 0, Everest 0, and more baseball coming up in just a moment.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Printer, Jam.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
Good to have you with us for baseball this evening from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Everest meeting in Legion baseball action tonight. Everest batting bottom half, or the top half rather, of the second inning. Leadoff hitter for Everest is the cleanup man, pitcher Nevin Poppy. Tall right-handed batter facing Marshfield right-hander Aiden Cherney. Cherney into his motion. Curveball breaks high and tight for ball 1. No score, Everest batting. Top of the second here at Jack Hackman Field. Poppy stands back in there. Cherney fires again. Fastball across for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. We've had some rather quick ball games in recent outings here at Jack Hackman Field. Now the 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball breaks too low, and the count now 2-1. Boy, that ball game with Merrill a few nights ago, very quick. Only went 4.5 innings, but even that still a speeded up ball game. Next pitch over for a called strike. 2-2 on Nevin Poppy. 4, 5, 6 men batting for Everest here in the second inning. Poppy back in there. And Cherney winds and delivers. High hopper over the mound, but grabbed by Cherney. He'll toss to first base for the out. That's out number 1 in the Everest second, and batting next is the first baseman, Ben Schley. Schley also batting right-handed. Everest, by the way, has 11 men in uniform tonight. Marshfield has 16. Sometimes you count that for Legion baseball. Pitch to Schley, breaks down low for ball 1. Other games being televised tonight on ZaleskiSports.com. The Stevens Point Legion facing Oshkosh at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. That telecast now underway. 1-0 pitch. Low and inside for ball, 2-0. And Merrill and Wausau scoring off in Legion baseball tonight in Wausau. That telecast begins 8 p.m. this evening on ZaleskiSports.com. 2-0 on Ben Schley. Pitch by Cherney. Golfed foul on the third base side. Count now 2-1. Also, the Edgar Stratford Legion game being televised tonight. That ball game began at 5 o'clock, but you might catch the end of that ball game on ZaleskiSports.com right about now as well. Cherney now throws 2-1. Fastball breaks high for a ball. And the count on Ben Schley, 3-1. Fans still filtering in for the ball game this evening. Cherney gets set, throws again, across for a called strike. And the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Schley digs in once again. Cherney winds and delivers. Hit foul on the first base side at a play. Count stays 3-2. Aiden Cherney pitching for Marshfield tonight. Boy, Marshfield's got some good ball players from that Auburndale program this year. Full count pitch once again, right down the middle for a called strike 3. Good pitch by Cherney. His second strikeout. And the Everest batter is the right fielder, J.J. Lewis. Also batting right-handed. Cherney ready. Winds and throws. Down low for ball 1. Everest batting top of the second. There is no score. Base is empty and 2 out here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Cherney's 1-0 pitch on the way. That's in there for a call strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cherney and Blake Rabb and Nathan Richardson, all Auburndale players in this Marshfield program this year. Here's a swing and a foul at the plate by Lewis. Count now 1-2, all making some big contributions to this ball club this season. Ball and 2 strikes on J.J. Lewis. He digs in once again. Cherney gets his sign from Matt Konechny. Now winds and delivers. And it's over for a called strike 3 to end the inning. Cherney with 3 strikeouts now. And Everest in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We've played 1.5 innings, and our score is Marshfield 0 and Everest 0. Back with more baseball following these words.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
4, supporting the teams and teens in central Wisconsin. Sternweiss & Sons, Marshfield, ready mix and block, serving the area since 1972 with quality concrete products. And the Daily Grind, downtown Marshfield, gourmet coffee and tea, plus specialty eats.
Bit of a delay getting this second inning underway for Marshfield as the Everest catcher, Aiden Haupt, was late with his equipment, getting into his equipment back on. Haupt was the on-deck hitter when the top half of this inning ended, so he had to go back in the dugout, put all that gear back on, and it was a bit tardy getting out here. But now we're set to resume play. 4, 5, 6 men due up for Marshfield here in the second inning. Batting first is Adam Gilbertson, normally Marshfield's catcher, but stationed at first base for this ball game tonight. Adam batting left-handed. Nevin Poppy throwing for Everest. Tall right-hander. Winds and delivers. High and outside, ball 1. No score, Marshfield batting. Bottom half of the second here at Jack Hackman Field. Poppy ready once again. And delivers 1-0. On the outside corner, a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Not much wind this evening. Flag in right center field is limp, so no factor there. 1-1 on Adam Gilbertson. And Poppy winds and throws again. Popped up, foul third base side. Nate Langben comes over for a look, but has no play. Ball falls out of play. The count on Gilbertson, a ball and 2 strikes. Some good ball players on this Everest roster. Langben at third base. Fine pitcher as well. Now Poppy gets set. Throws 1-2. Hit about the same spot on the third base side. Again, Langben comes over. The ball falls out of play. Still 1-2. I mentioned earlier, Keegan Jerschley, the outstanding ball player from Mosinee, playing Legion ball here in Schofield this year. Playing for the Everest squad and playing shortstop for Everest tonight. Still 1-2 on Adam Gilbertson. Poppy winds and throws a big curveball that breaks high and outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gilbertson batting left-handed, digs in once again. Poppy sets himself and delivers. Outside for a ball. And the count full, 3-2. Lights are on here at Jack Hackman Field. Rather dark, gloomy evening, but nothing threatening out there as of right now. 3-2 on Adam Gilbertson. Poppy into his motion and throws again. A swing and a miss. Poppy's second strikeout. That is the first out. And here's Marshfield center fielder Owen Griesbach. Owen batting right-handed. Poppy working from the windup. As we like to say, we do mention that for these young pitchers. He winds here and throws. Over for a call and strike 1. So many hurlers these days go from the stretch at all times. And so a bit unusual sometimes. The young man pitches from the windup. 0-1 on Griesbach. And Poppy fires again. Low for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Major League Baseball action Saturday on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. The Texas Rangers and Baltimore Orioles. Our broadcast begins Saturday, 5:30 on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, and WOSQFM.com. 1-1 to Griesbach is in there for a called strike. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Owen Manning center field for the Blue Devils once again this evening. Pretty much a lock at that spot every night. Slightly open stance. He stands ready. And Poppy winds and delivers once again. Pop foul on the first base side, out of play. Count stays 1-2. Concession stand is open here at Jack Ackman Field, so if you're in the mood for some baseball, stop down and take in the ball game. Get some refreshing food at the refreshment stand here. 1-2 on Griesbach. And Poppy throws again. Line to right field for a base hit. Owen goes the opposite way, single sharply to right field. And Marshfield has its first base runner. Marshfield batter, third baseman Chase Robinson. Chase batting right-handed. Here's a guy you see play all over the place. Many different positions. Griesbach at first base. Held there by Schley. Poppy checks him. Pitch to Robinson. A big swing and a miss for strike one. Marshfield batting last half of the second. There is no score. 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 on Chase Robinson, playing third base tonight. Chase digs in once again. Griesbach leads at first. Poppy checks him and goes that way, and Owen dives back in safely. Robinson, number 6 man in the Marshfield batting order tonight. Hitting right-handed. Poppy throws, runners going, pitch is popped up into shallow right field. If that stays fair, it's a tough play, but it falls foul out of the reach of the first baseman Schley. Ben Schley with a good effort to get down that first base foul line, try to make the play with his back to the diamond, over the shoulder play in foul ground, but just could not get there. Ball falls foul, so Griesbach back at first base. The count on Robinson, 0-2. Chase stands back in there. Griesbach leads at first. He was off with that last pitch. Pitch on the way, outside for a ball. Owen holding his ground at first base on that pitch. The count on Robinson, 1-2. Chase with a protective pad on his left ankle. Might be prone to hit the ball off that shin from time to time. Poppy throws once again, low and outside. Quick toss down to first base, but Griesbach back in time. Count on Robinson now 2-2. Catcher Aiden Haupt trying to catch Griesbach napping at first base. Owen gets back safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Chase Robinson. Digs in once again. Poppy from the stretch. His pitch lined to left field for a base hit. Robinson hits that ball off the fist sharply to left field for a solid single. And Griesbach stops at second base. Back-to-back singles by Griesbach and Robinson. Marshfield has 2 men on base for second baseman Nathan Richardson. Batting for the first time. Scoring chance here for Marshfield in the second. Richardson digs in. Poppy from the stretch. He now fires and hits him in the shoulder. It looked like Poppy. Now Poppy is off the mound, walking along the first base foul line, and now hunched over between the mound and first base. He may have either slipped or caught his spikes in the rubber or the dirt on the mound, making that pitch. That pitch is not thrown hard, came way inside on Richardson, hit him in the shoulder. No damage to Nathan, but might be some damage to Devin Poppy, the pitcher, who may have either caught his spikes or slipped in making that delivery. And that's why Richardson was hit with the pitch. So because of that, Griesbach takes third base. Robinson goes to second, and Richardson, the runner at first, with the bases loaded, And only a 1 out for Caleb Schaefer. Before Caleb bats, Poppy will throw a couple of warm-up tosses to make sure he's okay. Very unusual situation there as Poppy just got his cleats caught or slipped or did something in the way he came down on that pitch was quite awkward. And he had to make sure he was okay to walk around after making that delivery. Looks like he's okay. So Poppy stays in the ball game on the mound for Everest, but Marshfield now has the bases loaded with only 1 out. And Caleb Schaefer, the DH, batting for the first time tonight. Schaefer batting right-handed, checking with Coach Metz for some signs, but Coach Metz just walking away. Poppy from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. Griesbach at third, Robinson at second, and Richardson at first. Bases loaded, only 1 out here in the Marshfield second. 1-0 on Caleb Schaefer. And Poppy fires once again. Popped up, shallow center field. Infield fly rule has been called, and the shortstop, Jerschley, makes the catch behind second base for the second out. The runners hold their ground at first, second, and third. Base is still loaded, but now for Marshfield catcher Matt Konechny, batting for the first time tonight. Mack was the winning pitcher, by the way, in Marshfield's 9-5 win over Bedford last night. Poppy stays in the stretch here. And now fires. And misses high for ball 1. Scoring chance for Marshfield here in the second. Bases loaded and 2 outs. 1-0 on Mac Konechny. And Poppy fires again. Across for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mack, the number 9 man in the Marshfield batting order, but still quite dangerous with that bat. Hitting right-handed, digs in once again. Poppy checks the runners and now delivers. Breaking ball high and tight for a ball. 2-1. Mack looking to put the ball in play. Drive in the first runs of the ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way. A long drive to deep left center field. McDonough goes way back, gets there, and makes the catch. Hit well by Matt Konechny, but Pearson McDonald in center field tracks it down in deep left center field to retire the side. Marshfield threatens, but does not score here in the second. The Blue Devils get no runs on 2 hits, no errors, a hit batter, 3 men left on base. Our score after 2 innings, Everest nothing and Marshfield nothing. We'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
American Legion Baseball tonight on WOSQ and ZaleskiSports.com. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene DeLisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Everest meeting in Legion Baseball tonight. Everest batting top half of the third. Leadoff man catcher Aiden Haupt. Number 7 man, he's batting right-handed. The pitch by Aiden Cherney. Inside for ball 1. There is no score in this ball game as Everest bats in the top half of the third inning. 1-0 on Aiden Haupt. Cherney fires once again. That's a bit low and outside for a ball. 2-0. Auburndale's Aiden Cherney, a right-hander, throwing for this Marshfield Legion squad tonight. 2-0 delivery is fouled to the right side of the play. Count now 2-1. Aiden and his Auburn teammate Blake Rabb, both combination pitchers and shortstops. Here's a 2-1 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. And tonight, Aiden pitching and Blake Rabb at shortstop for Marshfield. 3-1 on Aiden Haupt. And Cherney gets set and delivers. Popped up on the diamond on the third base side. Robinson comes in into foul ground and grabs it for the out. Haupt fouls out to Robinson at third. That's out number 1. That was a wise play by Robinson coming down the foul line. That ball could have been played by the catcher, Matt Konieczny, but that's a tough play for the catcher because of the backspin of that baseball coming back at him. So you always like to have the man coming forward towards home plate to make that play. Robinson did that quite well. Here's the left fielder, Brendan Huckberger, batting for Everest. Takes one in the back of the leg. Huckberger hit by the pitch to give Everest their first base runner of the night. One out base runner, and the center fielder, Pearson McDonald, will now bat for Everest, the number 9 man. Hitting right-handed. Huckberger leading at first base, held there by Adam Gilbertson. Cherney working from the stretch. He throws over for a called strike 1. Everest nothing, Marshfield nothing. Everest batting top of the third. 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 on Pearson McDonald. Digs in once again. Quick toss to first base. And Huckberger back in time. He was off the bag. That's one of those plays where if your first baseman is left-handed, he might make that tag, but Gilbertson being right-handed had to sweep back across his body for the tag. Here's a ball hit back up the middle. At shortstop, Rabb grabs it, steps in the bag for 1 on the first for the double play. 6-3 double play. Taylor made for shortstop Blake Rabb. That high hopper over the second base bag. Blake grabbed it, stepped on the bag for 1 on the first base for the double play to end the inning. In the third for Everest. No runs, no hits, no errors, a hit batter, no one left on base. Now after 2.5 innings, our score is Everest nothing and Marshfield nothing. And more baseball following these messages.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical, woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Sadowska fly to left his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Facing Everest right-hander Nevin Poppy. Poppy winds and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike 1. No score, Marshfield batting, last half of the third here at Jack Hackman Field. Poppy ready. Winds and throws again. High fly ball foul on the third base side of the play. Counting on 0-2. Sadowska not a real big guy, but hits the ball well the opposite way. Batting left-handed goes that way, goes left-handed to left field quite a bit, quite successfully. Now Poppy throws 0-2. Breaking ball high and outside for ball 1-2. As I say that, the center fielder, McDonald, moves over a few steps into right center. Expecting Jacob to pull. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Poppy with a long look, now gets set and throws again. Line towards shortstop and grabbed by Jerschley for the out. Soft line drive right at shortstop Keegan Jerschley for out number 1. Here's the Marshfield shortstop Blake Grab batting. Grab bounced to Jerschley at shortstop his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Grab batting right-handed. And Poppy into his motion, now delivers. Breaking ball over for a call and strike 1. Well, a Major League Baseball record was set on this day in 1986. Set by San Francisco second baseman Robbie Thompson. 0-1 pitch from Poppy. Line towards center field, but again snared by Jerschley for the out. Keegan Jerschley at shortstop for Everest catches 2 consecutive line drives. 2 men down. Bryce Erickson batting for Marshfield. Bryce struck out his first time up 0 for 1. On this date in 1986, Giants second baseman Robbie Thompson set a Major League record when he was caught stealing 4 times in 1 game. Poppy throws here across for a call, strike 1. No score, Marshfield batting. Last half of the third, bases empty and 2 outs. 0-1 on Bryce Erickson. Poppy into his motion and throws again. In the dirt for a ball, 1-1. The Giants won that ball game over Cincinnati 7-6 in 12 innings, but Reds catcher Bo Diaz threw out Thompson trying to steal 4 times in that game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's down low for a ball, 2-1. Thompson threw out trying to steal in the 4th, 6th, 9th, and 11th innings. 2-1 on Bryce Erickson. Poppy stands ready and delivers. Ground ball towards short. Flag down by Jerschley. Throws to first base in time to end the inning. So Keegan Jerschley handles all 3 chances for Everest here in the third. Marshfield in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Our line score through 3 innings. Everest, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Marshfield, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Blue Devils have left 3. Back with more baseball from Jack Hackman Field following these messages.
High school mattress? All furniture in downtown Marshfield has mattresses, and you can save like never before. We have stacks of mattresses, save big on factory liquidations and closeouts, one-of-a-kind items, and mismatched fabrics. Save on special purchases and rollback pricing on 2-sided flippable mattresses. Discounts on adjustable bases and even clearance pricing on floor models.
The furniture people for good home furnishings. Mall furniture where value is yours.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Everest meeting in this Legion baseball game. Top of the batting order hitting for Everest here in the fourth. Leadoff man is shortstop Keegan Jerschley. Bounced to second his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Aiden Cherney throwing from Marshfield. Throws here. Line to the left field line. A fair ball into the left field corner. Ball tracked down by Sadowska. Jerschley to second base. A big turn there, but he'll go back to second with a double. First Everest hit tonight. Line drive doubled on the left field line. And Everest has a leadoff man at second base for the second baseman Colin Ebersold, who struck out his first time up 0 for 1. Jerschley getting the bat around on an inside fastball and hammering that ball right down the left field foul line. Ebersold stands in, struck out his first time up. Cherney working from the stretch. He fires, bit high for ball 1. First Everest man to advance to second base in this ball game, and again the first hit off Aiden Cherney tonight. Aiden did hit one man last inning. 1-0 to Colin Ebersold. Pitch on the way. High for a ball, 2-0. Rather gray and gloomy evening here in central Wisconsin, but we're playing baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field. 2-0 on Colin Ebersold. The pitch by Cherney. Hit high and deep down the right field foul line, but a curving foul and out of play. Into the right field bullpen. 2-1 now on Ebersold, number 2 man in the Everest batting order tonight. Stands back in there, slightly open stance. Cherney taking his sign from Matt Kinichny. Throws again, low and outside, bounds away, and Jerschley takes third base. The ball was blocked by Kinichny, but he bobbled it. And Jerschley, being a very heads-up ball player, took off when he saw that Mack did not have possession. He takes third base. That's a wild pitch charge to Aiden Cherney. So Everest has a man at third base. The count on Ebersold, 3-1. Pitch on the way, fouled behind home plate. Count goes full at 3-2. Good scoring chance here for Everest. Marshfield infield remains back. Robinson at third base is even. 3-2 on Ebersold. Cherney in the stretch position. Throws again a line drive towards left field. Sadowska comes on. Can't make the play. It's a base hit, but he may have a play at the plate. A wild throw, though, goes over home plate. And now Ebersold going all the way to third base on that play. RBI single for Colin Ebersold. Gives Everest a 1-0 lead. Now Jerschley late getting off third base because he thought that Sadowska might catch that ball, so he held up, and Sadowska saw that, so he thought maybe he had a play at the plate on Jerschley, but threw wildly over the head of the catcher, Matt Kinichny, to the backstop. And on that two-base throwing error, Ebersold goes to third. Marshfield's first error tonight. The batter now third baseman Nate Langben. Cherney throws here, ground ball to third, picked up by Robinson. It's a contact play, and Ebersold between home plate and third base. The ball goes to the catcher Kinichny, and he'll make the tag for the out. Throw back to second base as Langman gets safely there. That was a contact play, meaning that when the ball is hit, the base runner at third base takes off for home plate. And if by happenstance the ball goes right to the third baseman, usually there's a play at third base at home plate on that runner, and that's the case here. So Robinson to Kinichny to tag out Ebersold for out number 1. And Langben goes to second base on a fielder's choice. The pitcher, Nevin Poppy, now batting for Everest. Cherney fires, fly ball to right field, and that's deep. Erickson goes back, drifting back to right field, makes the catch for the out. Langben tags at second base, but holds his ground. Hit well by Poppy, but tracked down by right fielder Bryce Erickson for the second out. Now here's the first baseman, Ben Schley, batting for Everest. Struck out his first time up 0 for 1. Lots of action here in this Everest fourth inning. Schley stands in, batting number 5 for Everest tonight. Journey again from the stretch. Checks the base runner and throws low and outside, ball 1. So Everest now on top 1-0 as Everest batting in the top of the fourth. Runner at second base and 2 outs. 1-0 on Ben Schley. The pitch by Cherney. That's a bit high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. The Marshfield Junior Legion baseball team playing this weekend at a tournament in Antigo, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 2-0 on Ben Schley. Here's the pitch. Off the plate for a ball, 3-0. Marshfield opens play tomorrow evening facing Germantown at Antigo. Game time 5:30. On Saturday, Marshfield and Holman at 3 o'clock at Antigo. Next pitch is over at the knees, a called strike. 3-1. And then Marshfield plays 2 games on Sunday, facing Fond du Lac at 11 a.m. and Antigo Sunday at 4:30. Here's a pitch hit down the right field foul line, going foul and falling out of play. 3-2 on Schley. All those games this weekend at Kretz Field in Antigo. Marshfield Junior Legion baseball team playing in a tournament in Antigo Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3-2 on Ben Schley. Langman down there at second base. Schley digs in once again. Aiden Cherney throwing for Marshfield. Sets himself and now fires. High fly ball to center field. Griesbach racing way, way back, reaches up, and the ball goes over his head to deep center field. Schley to second base with a double. Langben scores, giving Everest a 2-0 lead. A long double to center field for Ben Schley. Run scores on the play. And Everest takes a 2-0 lead. The Everest batter now, right fielder J.J. Lewis, called on strikes his first time up. 0 for 1. 2 doubles for Everest here in this fourth inning. Aiden Cherney throwing for Marshfield tonight. Sets himself and fires. Dribbled up the first base side. Picked up by Cherney. He'll underhand to Gilbertson first base in time to retire the side. Everest in the fourth. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 Marshfield error and 1 man left on base. Now after 3.5 innings, our score is Everest 2 and Marshfield 0. We'll return for more baseball in just a moment.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Baseball tonight. Marshfield and Everest meeting in Legion contest. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the fourth. Everest now leading 2-0.
Leading off, number 15, the first baseman, Adam Gilbertson.
Marshfield's 4, 5, and 6 batters due up here in the fourth inning against Everest right-hander Nevin Poppy. Adam Gilbertson standing in, struck out his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Adam, a left-handed batter. Poppy into his motion, winds and delivers. Line foul on the third base side for strike one. Everest now on top 2-0. Marshfield batting last half of the fourth here at Jack Hackman Field. Clouds look rather dark, not real ominous, but they are dark this evening. Poppy fires again. A swing and a miss. Nice off-speed pitch by Poppy. He gets ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Gilbertson stands back in there. That wind, by the way, picking up somewhat. And Poppy winds and delivers. Way inside for ball. 1-2. Wind was non-existent earlier, but now coming in, it looks like from the south in the face of the left-handed batters. Ball and 2 strikes on Adam Gilbertson. And Poppy winds and throws outside for a ball. 2-2. 46 pitches now for Poppy. Cherney with 49 through 4 innings. 2-2 on Gilbertson. Poppy taking his time here. And now into his motion and delivers. Line to left field, but caught by the third baseman, Langben. That line drive heading towards left field, but Langben right there to make the play at third base, route number 1. That is the third line drive snared tonight by an Everest infielder. 2 by Jersley at shortstop, now that one by Langben. The Marshfield hitter is center fielder Owen Griesbach, who singled his first time up, 1 for 1. Owen batting right-handed. And Poppy winds and delivers. Breaking ball high and outside for ball 1. American Legion Baseball tonight on WOSQ, brought to us by Hilder's True Value Hardware on South Central Avenue in Marshfield. Poppy ready. And now throws 1-0. High and tight for a ball, 2-0. Hilder's True Value Hardware, you're a Milwaukee tool distributor with the largest selection and low price. Hilder's True Value Hardware, South Central Avenue in Marshfield. 2-0 on Owen Griesbach. Poppy gets ready and throws once again. A long drive to deep center field. McDonald goes way back, gets there and grabs it. Hit well by Griesbach, but tracked down by Pearson McDonald for the second out.
The two-way brings up third baseman number 8, Chase Robinson.
Here's the Marshfield third baseman, Chase Robinson, singled his last time up. Back in the second inning, Griesbach and Robinson both singled, and then Richardson was hit by a pitch to load the bases with only 1 out, but Marshfield could not score. Robinson digs in against Nevin Poppy. And Poppy winds and delivers. High and outside, ball 1. It's Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the fourth. Bases empty and 2 outs. 1-0 on Chase Robinson. And Poppy fires once again. That ball hit down the left field line. Hochberger in deep left field chases the ball down the corner, but it goes foul. Long foul drive by Robinson. And now the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Good crowd of fans out here watching baseball this evening. Concession stand is open. Lots of goodies over there once again tonight. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way. That's low and to the screen for a ball. 2-1. Talking earlier about Chase Robinson playing a lot of different positions for this Marshfield team this year. He's played first base, third base. He started as the DH. Played second base earlier in his career. He's ahead here, 2-1. Poppy gets set, winds and fires. Misses low and outside for a ball, 3-1. And that wind has turned, now blowing in from right field. Cooling things off somewhat for our fans tonight. Now the 3-1 delivery. And that's down low for ball 4. Robinson draws a 2-out walk. Marshfield has a base runner for Nathan Richardson, the Blue Devils second baseman, hit by a pitch his first time up. Marshfield has just 2 hits tonight, those back-to-back singles by Griesbach and Robinson. Back in the second. Poppy's been tough tonight on the mound for the Everest Ball Club. Working from the stretch here. And the pitch to Richardson breaks outside for ball 1. Marshfield 4-8 on the year. Everest 3-3 heading into this ball game tonight. Marshfield's played better than that record would indicate. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. Ball and a strike now on Nathan Richardson. Nathan, number 7 man. In the lineup for Coach Josh Metz tonight. Stands back in there. Robinson edges off first base, held by Schley. One delivery. Hit foul on the first base side of the play. Count goes to 1-2. Marshfield playing a lot of low-scoring ball games this year. Pitching has been quite good. Hitting looking to improve second half of the year. Now the 1-2 pitch on the way. Popped up in a shallow center field. The shortstop jerkily behind the second base bag will snare it to end the inning. In the fourth for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, 1 man left on base. We've now played 4 innings, and our score is Everest 2 and Marshfield nothing. Back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball in just a moment.
High school.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talented expertise of a big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontics and orthodontics, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for your family. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our communities and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
You're listening to Marshfield American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field. Leadoff man for Everest here in the 5th. Catcher Aiden Hopp, the first pitch low for ball 1. Marshfield and Everest tonight. American Legion Baseball, Everest on top 2-0 as they bat here in the 5th inning. Ball hit in the air on the right side. Erickson coming on hard from right field. A long run, but he'll track it down for out number 1. I think that wind held it up that time. And Bryce Erickson coming in from right field makes the play in shallow right for the first out.
Next up for Everest, number 1, left fielder.
Everest batter now, left fielder Brendan Huckberger, hit by a pitch his first time up. Marshfield and Everest, Legion Baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field. Hochberger stands in, Cherney winds and delivers. And that one almost hit him again. Breaking ball comes inside for ball 1. Some baseball action tomorrow evening on ZaleskiSports.com. Here's the 1-0 pitch, fouled back, 1 ball, 1 strike. In fact, the Marshfield Chaparrals baseball team facing the Everest Merchants in Schofield tomorrow at Simon Field. That telecast begins 7 p.m. tomorrow on ZaleskiSports.com. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Golfed foul down the right field line on a play. 1-2. And 2 ball games tomorrow from the Eau Claire Legion Tournament. Eau Claire and Wausau tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eau Claire and Marshfield tomorrow at 5:30 from Carson Park in Eau Claire. 1-2 pitch, line in the left field line, and falls inside the foul line in the left field corner. Huckberger holds at first base as the ball is tracked down quickly by left fielder Jacob Sadowska. Jacob thought that ball was foul. It did roll into foul ground, but did land in fair territory just beyond the third base bag. So a single for Brendan Huckberger, the 4th Everest hit tonight. Center fielder Pearson McDonald batting, bounced into a double play. His first time up, he is 0 for 1. Quick toss to first base, and Huckberger dives back in safely. Close play there. McDonald stands ready. Cherney from the stretch. He delivers and misses outside for ball 1. It's Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Everest batting in the top of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on. 1 ball, no strikes on Pearson McDonald. Quick toss to first base again, and Huckberger again dives in just before Gilbertson applies the tag. Been some close plays on Huckberger over there at first base tonight. 1-0 on Pearson McDonald. Cherney gets set and throws. Misses down low for a ball, 2-0. It's always a big event, that Eau Claire American Legion Baseball Tournament. And Marshfield facing Eau Claire at 5:30 tomorrow over there. You can see that ball game on ZaleskiSports.com. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That bounces in for ball 3. And the count now 3 balls and no strikes. Right-hander Aiden Cherney throwing for Marshfield tonight. Fires again outside for ball 4. McDonald walks on 4 pitches. First walk issued by Cherney tonight. And that sends Huckberger to second base. So a threat here for Everest in the 5th inning. And Marshfield coach Josh Metz will come out to the mound and have a conversation here with his pitcher, catcher, and infielders. Marshfield and Everest and Legion Baseball tonight here at Jack Hackman Field. We have some dark clouds overhead, but certainly no precipitation as of yet. Just a kind of a gray and gloomy evening here in central Wisconsin. Lights have been on since the ball game began. Now our home plate umpire will break up the conversation. Dangerous spot here for Marshfield because Everest has runners at first and second. And the very potent Keegan Jerschley batting for Everest. Keegan digs in, batting right-handed. Cherney working from the stretch. And he throws on the inside corner for a called strike 1. Keegan will play college baseball next season. And Coach Olson told me, and that was a while back. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. High fly ball to deep left field. Sadowski goes back to the warning track, gets there, and makes the catch. Huckberger will hold his ground at second base. Hit well by Jerschley, but tracked down by left fielder Jacob Sadowski for out number 2. I believe Keegan's going to South Dakota to play baseball next season, although it could be South Dakota State. One of the two. Good Division II programs. But he certainly had his pick of not only schools, but sports as well, proficient in both baseball, football, and basketball. Colin Ebersold batting, Everest second baseman, takes a breaking ball over for a called strike 1. Ebersold with an RBI base hit his last time up. He's also struck out 1 for 2 on the evening. Batting here with 2 outs and 2 on in the Everest fifth. 0-1 pitch on the way. That's a bit high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander Aiden Cherney throwing for Marshfield tonight. Takes a long look at that base runner, and now too long, and Ebersold steps out on him. Cherney allowed no hits the first 3 innings, only 1 base runner, that on a hit by pitch. But Everest moving base runners around here in the next 2 innings. Here's a fly ball to center field. Griesbach drifting to right center field, gets there and grabs it to end the inning. So Everest threatens, but they do not score here in the 5th. Everest with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, a walk, 2 men left on base. Now after 4.5 innings, our score is Everest 2 and Marshfield nothing. We'll return for more baseball in just a moment.
Find has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Brownfine Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Save during the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Up to $200 back on select sets of 4 Goodyear tires. Buy online or mail-in rebate when you use the Goodyear credit card. Through June 28 at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Printer, Jam.
Please stay with us for American Legion Baseball tonight on WOSQ and on ZaleskiSports.com. Good ball game here at Jack Hackman Field. Everest leads by 2 as Marshfield bats in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 8-9-1 men due up for the Blue Devils here in the 5th. Stepping in for Marshfield, the DH Caleb Schaefer. Popped to short his first time up. He is 0 for 1. Right-hander Nevin Poppy throwing for Everest tonight. 59 pitches through 4 innings. Schaefer digs in, batting right-handed. Open stance. Poppy gets set and delivers. Popped up on the right side. The second baseman Ebersold will call and grab it for the out. 1 quick out in the Marshfield 5th. And the batter is catcher Matt Konieczny. He flied to center his first time up. Marshfield tonight has had 2 ground ball outs. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fly ball outs. Poppy throws here. Fly ball to right field. J.J. Lewis drifting over. Comes in and grabs it for the out. 2 pitches and 2 outs in the Marshfield 5th. Hitting next is the left fielder Jacob Sadowska. Jacob is fly to left and line to short. He's 0 for 2. Poppy ready. Winds and fires. High for ball 1. Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Marshfield batting last of the 5th. Bases empty and 2 outs. 1-0 on Jacob Sadowska. And Poppy fires once again. On the inside corner for a call and strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Evan Poppy throwing a lot of fly balls tonight. Kept the ball in the ballpark, so he's done quite well. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Low and outside for a ball, 2-1. Sadowska, the leadoff man for Marshfield tonight. Digs in once again. And Poppy throws once more. Low and inside, ball 3. 3-1. Major League Baseball Sunday on 92.3 FM WOSQ, Texas and Baltimore. That broadcast Sunday, 5 o'clock on Sports Radio 92.3 FM WOSQ. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball foul on the third base side of the play. Count stays full, 3-2. Poppy retired the first two Marshfield batters this inning on one pitch. Now he goes 3-2 to Sadowska. Jacob back in there. Poppy from the windup. Into his motion, he now throws. High and outside, ball 4. Second walk issued by Nevin Poppy tonight. And Marshfield has a 2-out base runner for Blake Rabb. Blake playing shortstop tonight has bounced to short and lined to short, 0 for 2. Marshfield scored 9 runs last night against Medford, but having a tough time tonight. Just 2 hits for Marshfield in this ball game. Quick toss to first base, and Sadowska very close to being picked off, but just gets back in time. Close play. I think Jacob was leaning the other way, but slid in just in time. Rabb stands back in. Poppy gets set. Goes to first base again. Sadowska gets back safely. First baseman Ben Schley taking those throws. Once again, Poppy to the belt. Runner going, pitches high and inside for a ball. Throw to second base, offline, a stolen base for Jacob Sadowska. First Blue Devil stolen base tonight. Count on Rabb, now 1 ball, no strikes. So Marshfield has a man in scoring position for the first time since the second inning. 1-0 on Blake Rabb. And the pitch by Poppy. That's in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Texas and Baltimore, Saturday and Sunday, both days on WOSQ. That Baltimore Ball Club, a very good young Major League Baseball team. Poppy throws 1-1. High fly ball in the gap in left center, but McDonald gets there and grabs it to end the inning. Hit well by Blake Rabb, but tracked down by center fielder Pearson McDonald to retire the side. Marshfield in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, 1 man left on base. Now after 5 innings, our score is Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. We'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Time, and Whitetail Magic. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait. By the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at BigBearDown.com.
Baseball, the Marshfield Chaparrals will play Everest at Simon Field in Schofield Friday evening at 7 p.m. And also in the Dairyland League on Saturday, the Abbotsford Merchants play at Tomahawk, game time 6 p.m. On Sunday, the Chaparrals meet Minocqua at Jack Kaplan Field in Marshfield, Sunday at 1:30. And the Pittsville River Bandits play at Spirit in Dairyland League Baseball Sunday afternoon. Game time for that contest Sunday at 1:30. Leadoff man for Everest here in the 6th inning. The third baseman, Nate Langben. First pitch from Cherney, high and tight for ball 1. Everest batting in the top half of the 6th, leading Marshfield 2-0. Cherney throws once again, inside for a ball, 2-0. Langben has fly to center and reached base in the fielder's choice and scored. He's 0 for 2. Cherney winds, delivers once again. And that pitch a bit low for ball 4. Second walk issued by Aiden Cherney tonight. Here's the Everest pitcher, Nevin Poppy, batting. He's bounced back to Cherney and flied to right tonight, 0 for 2. Cherney working from the stretch. Delivers, line drive towards center field. It drops for a base hit. Langben to second base, takes a wide turn, holds there. Poppy singles to center field. The 5th Everest hit tonight. And Everest has base runners at first and second with nobody out. Batting for Everest, the first baseman, Ben Schley. He has struck out and doubled, 1 for 2, with a run batted in. So a threat for Everest here in the 6th inning. Schley digs in, Cherney working from the stretch. And he fires a breaking ball, low and inside, ball 1. Everest on top, 2-0 as they bat in the top of the 6th. Runners at first and second and nobody out. 1-0 on Ben Schley. Cherney sets himself and fires once again. Fly ball towards right field, but playable for Bryce Erickson. Moves in, makes the catch. Langben tags at second base, drawing a throw. But he'll dive back into the bag.
One away and brings up the right fielder.
Schley flies to right for out number 1. Batting next, the right fielder, J.J. Lewis. He has struck out and bounced back to Cherney on the mound, 0 for 2. Lewis digs in here. Cherney from the stretch. He fires and the pitch down low, throw to first base, quick toss down there, and Poppy dives back in time. 1-0 on J.J. Lewis. Wisconsin Badger women's basketball team recruiting an international player for next season, a ball player from Spain. 1-0 pitch on the way, a swing and a miss. 1-1. Alba Martin Mesa, a 5'6" guard, will play for the Badgers next season. Cherney checks the base runners again, now throws 1-1. It's a cross for a call strike, 1-2. Mesa played for Spar Gran Canaria last season, averaging 14 points, 6 assists, and 3 steals per game. Next pitch fell back. The count stays 1-2. Badger women had 5 players leave their program through the transfer portal after last season, and I guess by today's standards, that's not unusual. Players come and go. But among those leaving, Sanaya Copeland, who transferred to Kansas. However, the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, Sarah Williams, does return to the Badgers next season. She'll return to Madison. Players moving all over the place these days through that transfer portal. 1-2 on J.J. Lewis. Cherney throws again. That's over for a called strike 3. Lewis out on strikes. Cherney's 4th strikeout tonight, his first since the 2nd inning. 2 down, and the batter is the catcher Aiden Haupt. He is fouled out and flied to right, 0 for 2. Hop digs in, first pitch in there for called strike one. Our score is Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Everest batting, top half of the sixth, 2 out and 2 on. Cherney throws 0-1. That pitch a bit low for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cherney now approaching 80 pitches. His pitch count's still pretty good. He throws again. High hopper towards second base. Picked up by Richardson. Tosses to first base in time to end the inning. So Everest gets their first 2 men on base here in the 6th inning, but they cannot score. Everest in the 6th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors, a walk. 2 men left on base. We've played 5.5 innings, and our score is Everest 2 and Marshfield nothing. Back to Jack Hackman Field and more baseball following these messages.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
We're at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield tonight for baseball action. Marshfield and Everest meeting in American Legion Baseball this evening. Marshfield down by 2. The Blue Devils have their 3, 4, and 5 men due up against Everest pitcher Nevin Poppy here in the 6th inning. Poppy now through 5 innings has allowed no runs on just 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 2, and has thrown just 70 pitches. But he'll face the heart of the Marshfield batting order here in the 6th inning. Rather cool evening here in central Wisconsin. Wind blowing in from the south. Was not like that earlier at game time. That flag was limp. But the wind has picked up quite a bit. Now blowing in from the south. That's in from right field here at Jack Hackman Field.
Leading off Marshfield in the bottom of the 6th, number 11, Bryce Erickson.
Leadoff man for Marshfield in the 6th is the right fielder Bryce Erickson. Bryce has struck out and bounced to short, 0 for 2. We have a delay here as our home plate umpire reattaches one of his shin guards. Gets that done. Now Erickson stands in. Poppy gets set and throws. Fly ball into right center field. A long run for McDonald, but he gets there and grabs it for the out. I think the wind held that one up, but still a long run for Pearson McDonald. Playing in center field for Everest. He was shadowed towards left center, but had to sprint into right center field to grab that fly ball. That's out number 1. Here's the Marshfield first baseman, Adam Gilbertson. He has struck out and lined to third, 0 for 2. The pitch by Poppy, high and outside for ball 1. Marshfield and Everest also meeting in baseball tomorrow night in the Dairyland League. But Simon Field in Schofield tomorrow evening. 1-0 pitch on the way. On the inside corner, a call strike, 1-1. Chaparrals and the Everest Merchants square off at Simon Field tomorrow. Game time is 7 p.m. and Simon Field in Schofield. 1-1 on Adam Gilbertson. Poppy throws a curveball, whacked towards left field that drops for a base hit. Gilbertson goes the opposite way and singles to left field, just the third Marshfield hit tonight.
Number 21, the center fielder, Owen Griesbach.
Center fielder Owen Griesbach now batting for Marshfield. Owen has singled and flied to center. 1 for 2 this evening. Gilbertson at first base, held there by Schley. Poppy checks him and goes that way, and Gilbertson dives back in safely. Chaparrals, by the way, a big win last night, knocked off Pittsville 24-6. Poppy throws here, up and in for ball 1. Our score here is Everest 2, Marshfield nothing. Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 6th, 1 out and 1 on. 1-0 on Owen Griesbach. Poppy ready once again. And now delivers a breaking ball high and outside for ball, 2-0. Griesbach digs in once again. Short lead by Gilbertson. Here's the pitch. Hit foul on the first base side of the play. Count goes to 2-1. Gilbertson at first base. Normally Marshfield's catcher, so has average speed down there. Poppy gets set, goes to first base, and Adam dives back in safely. Marshfield is 1 of 1 on stolen base tries tonight. Griesbach now back in the box. Poppy gets set and delivers. Fly ball to center field. McDonald racing back, still going back. The ball's over his head to deep center field. Gilbertson to third base. He'll be held right there. It's a double for Owen Griesbach. Owen Griesbach with a long double to center field. Past center fielder Pearson McDonald. And Marshfield now has the tying runs in scoring position with only 1 out. The scheduled batter is Chase Robinson, but first a conference on the mound. Now there has been some activity in the Everest bullpen. So we'll see what happens here with pitcher Nevin Poppy. Poppy, by our count, has now thrown 78 pitches, so he's still a ways away from that pitch count. The Marshfield batter, Chase Robinson, has singled and walked tonight. But a base hit here could tie the ball game. Conference does break up. And Poppy will stay in the ball game for Everest. Robinson digs in. 2 teammates in scoring position with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Poppy will work from the stretch here. Now steps off the rubber as his catcher Haupt gets into position. Now Poppy turns. He wants to go from the windup. Poppy ready, winds and delivers. On the outside corner for a called strike 1. Blue Devils looking for a big hit here from Chase Robinson, which could tie the ball game. Count now, no balls, 1 strike. Poppy gets set and delivers. Curveball hit in the air to left field. Gilbertson tagging. Huckberger goes way back, and the ball is over his head to the warning track. Gilbertson scores. Griesbach coming home, and he will score as well. 2-run double for Chase Robinson. Ties the ball game at 2 apiece.
Jason Dettle drives in 2 runs, brings up number 4.
Robinson doubles past the left fielder, Brendan Huckberger, and both Gilbertson and Griesbach score on the play. So the ball game now tied at 2. The batter for Marshfield, second baseman Nathan Richardson. Poppy gets set from the stretch here and fires over for a call and strike 1. Our score now, Marshfield 2, Everest 2. Marshfield batting bottom half of the 6th. Robinson at second base, and only 1 out. 0-1 to Nathan Richardson. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Robinson at second base, the game's potential go-ahead run for Marshfield. Richardson stands in once again. Poppy gets set and fires. A swing and a miss. Richardson strikes out. The third strikeout for Poppy tonight, the first since the second inning.
Two-way brings up the DH, number 10.
Here's the Marshfield DH, Caleb Schaefer. He has popped to short and popped to second tonight, 0 for 2. Schaefer stands in, Poppy stays in the stretch. Gets set and throws. That ball hit foul on the third base side, hit hard but foul. 0-1. Schaefer, the number 8 man in the Marshfield batting order tonight. Base hit here could give Marshfield its first lead. Caleb stands back in there. Poppy checks the base runner. That's Robinson at second base. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Low outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Poppy stays in the stretch here. Now throws 1-1. Fly ball towards center field, but right at McDonald. He'll track it down to end the inning. Hit well by Schaefer, but right at Pearson McDonald to retire the side. Marshfield in the 6th, 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, 1 man left on base. We head to the 7th inning. Marshfield and Everest are tied at 2. We'll come back with more baseball following these messages.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer, Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com and ZaleskiSports.com. I'm Gene DeLisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Everest batting, top half of the 7th. This ball game tied at 2. The leadoff batter, left fielder Brendan Huckberger, has been hit by a pitch and singled. He's 1 for 1. Aiden Cherney throwing for Marshfield. First pitch, short fly ball to left field. Sadowska moving in quickly, gets there and grabs it for the out. 1 pitch and 1 out in the Everest 7th inning. That ball not hit very hard, but Sadowska took 1 step back, then raced in to make the play. Next batter, center fielder Pearson McDonald. He has bounced into a double play and walked 0 for 1. McDonald, the number 9 man in the Everest batting order tonight. Cherney winds and throws on the inside corner for a call strike. That's now 81 pitches for Aiden tonight. He gets ahead, 0-1. McDonald back in there. Cherney throws a curveball across. Nice pitch by Aiden. Call and strike 2, 0-2. American Legion Baseball on WOSQ, brought to us by Marshfield Utilities. Now the 0-2 pitch on the way. Low and outside for ball, 1-2. Marshfield Utilities, you're a community-owned electric and water provider since 1904. Supporting the teams and teens in central Wisconsin. Here's a pitch hit down the first base line, but nailed by the first baseman Gilbertson. A little soft line drive for out number 2.
We have 2 away. That leads us to the top of the order for number 24, the shortstop.
2 men down. Here's the shortstop, Keegan Jerschley. Keegan has bounced to second, doubled and scored, and flied to left. 1 for 3 on the evening. The Everest leadoff man tonight. The pitch by Cherney, breaking ball, floats low for ball 1. Marshfield 2, Everest 2. Everest batting, top of the 7th. Bases empty and 2 outs. The pitch by Cherney, breaking ball is across for a call strike. 1-1, as I'd like to say. This is where you want Jerschley batting with the bases empty and 2 out to minimize his potential damage. Real tough ball player. Digs in once again. The count 1 ball, 1 strike. Cherney gets set and delivers. Breaking ball low and outside. 2-1. We now have Cherney with 87 pitches tonight. He winds and throws once again, low and outside for ball 3. And the count now 3-1. You put this guy on base, very good chance he'll be stealing to get to scoring position. Here's a curveball across for a call strike. The count now full 3-2. Each team looking for a run here. Cherney winds and throws. Breaking ball low and outside, ball 4. Third walk issued by Aiden Cherney tonight. Everest has a 2-out base runner. The batter is second baseman Colin Ebersold, who has struck out, singled, and flied to center. And Coach Metz comes out for a conference here. Probably most people within 5 miles of the ballpark would assume that Jerschley will be moving here, attempting to steal to get into scoring position. So Coach Metz discussing that possibility with his infielders and his pitcher and catcher. Conference breaks up quickly. Everest scored 2 runs in the 4th, Marshfield 2 in the 6th. And that's where we stand right now. Ebersold 1 for 3. He has struck out, fly to center, and a run-scoring base hit back in that 2-run 4th inning. Jerschley extends his lead, held there by Gilbertson. Cherney will check him. Toss over. Keegan back in time. Again, Jerschley edges off the bag as Ebersold stands back in. Cherney now delivers. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Jerschley not stealing on that pitch. See if he goes here. 1-0 on Ebersold. Quick toss to first base. Jerschley dives back in. Aiden Cherney certainly aware of Keegan Jerschley and his reputation. Aiden gets set once again, and Jerschley takes off, throw to second base, and Jerschley is between first and second base, toss back to first base, and Gilbertson misses the tag. Jerschley dives in safely. Jerschley took off too early. Got himself between first and second, and so Cherney stepped off and tossed to Richardson at second base. Nathan ran him back towards first, tossed to Gilbertson at first base, and the base umpire rules that Gilbertson missed the tag. So Jerschley still at first base. Coach Metz arguing the point to no avail. So Jerschley still aboard. The count on Ebersold, 1-0. Jersley just taking off a count early before Cherney had delivered the pitch. There's a toss to first base, and Jersley back in time. So we'll see what happens here. Jersley edges off the bag again. Cherney gets set. Pitch on the way. Missed outside for a ball, 2-0. And Jersley holds his ground at first base. Toss over again, and Jersley back. Cherney still well aware of Keegan Jersley over there. Runner going here, pitches over for a call strike, and Jersley goes back. He bluffed to start that time. And Everest takes the pitch, the count now 2-1. So some pitches Jersley is gone, some he's not, some he's bluffed. Cherney throws again, high hopper towards second base. Grabbed by Richardson, tosses to first base in time to end the inning. Everest in the seventh, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, one man left on base. We head to the bottom half of the seventh inning with Marshfield and Everest tied at 2. And more baseball coming up in just a moment.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
3 generations of Hyman family are committed to blending nature, science, artistry, and tradition for their signature scrumptious and delightful cheese. Their passion ensures they will never stop learning. The family dairy has licensed cheesemakers along with master cheesemakers Ken, Tom, Brian, and Kirk. Their desire for award-winning exceptional cheese is something we know you'll taste and believe.
Don't go away. We're heading to the bottom half of the seventh inning here at Jack Hackman Field. Marshfield and Everest tied at 2. Leadoff man for Marshfield, the catcher Matt Kinnichney. Pitch by Nevin Poppy. Across at the letters for call and strike 1. Marshfield 2, Everest 2, Marshfield batting. Last half of the seventh here at Jack Hackman Field. Konechny has flied to center and flied to right tonight. He's 0 for 2. Poppy throws again. Down the middle for a call and strike, 0-2. 9, 1, and 2 men due up for Marshfield here in the seventh inning. Konechny back in there. Poppy ready. Winds and throws, a swing and a foul back. Count stays 0-2. This next pitch by Poppy will be his 90th pitch of the night. We're at the dusk hour here in central Wisconsin. Watching baseball at Jack Hackman Field, Marshfield and Everest meeting in this matchup this evening. 0-2 on Matt Konechny. Nevin Poppy on the mound for Everest. From the windup. Sets and throws once again. Curveball hit toward third base, picked up by Langben. Throws across the diamond in time for the out. 1 down in the Marshfield seventh inning.
With 1 away, they bring the top of the order. Number 3, left fielder Jake Sadowska.
That is just the 3rd ground ball out recorded by the Everest defense tonight. Marshfield's also had 13 fly ball outs. Jacob Sadowska batting for Marshfield. First pitch up and away for ball 1. Jacob tonight has walked, Line to short, fly to left. 0 for 1. Jacob, the Marshfield leadoff man this evening, batting left-handed. Poppy into his motion. Now delivers high and away for ball 2. 2-0. Baseball action Saturday on ZaleskiSports.com. Stevens Point facing Appleton. A twin bill at Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. Saturday at 12 noon. Poppy throws once again. It fell on the third base side of the play. 2-1. Wisconsin Rapids facing Baraboo in a Legion doubleheader at Wisconsin Rapids on Saturday. Game 1 begins at 11 a.m. on ZaleskiSports.com. 2-1 on Jacob Sadowska. Poppy winds and deals once again. Popped up on the third base side and foul ground. Langman may have a play near the fence, gets there, and makes the play along the fence line for the second out. Sadowska fouls to third for out number 2. Shortstop Blake Rabb batting for Marshfield. Blake 0 for 3, has bounced to short, line to short, and fly to center. Right-hander Nevin Poppy throwing for Everest this evening. Into his motion, he throws here. Now low for ball 1. Everest 2, Marshfield 2. Marshfield batting last half of the 7th. Bases empty and 2 outs. One 1-0 on Blake Rabb. Poppy gets set, throws once again. Low and inside for a ball, 2-0. Marshfield looking for base runners. Looking to push across that go-ahead run here in the 7th inning. Count on Rabb, 2 balls, no strikes. Poppy gets set, winds, throws once again, misses at the letters for called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Blake batting number 2 on the Marshfield batting order tonight. Stands ready once again. And Poppy winds and throws. Breaking ball across for a called strike. 2-2. By our count, this next pitch will be Poppy's 100th pitch of the night. Rabb digs in once again, chokes up a few inches. And Poppy winds and throws. In the dirt for ball 3. An account full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. There has been some action last inning or so in the Everest bullpen on the first base side. Rabb back in there, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And Poppy gets set and delivers. Popped up in a shallow center field. McDonald comes on and makes a nice running catch in shallow center field to end the inning.
That's 3 up, 3 down after 7 innings.
In the 7th for Marshfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. We head to the 8th inning with Marshfield and Everest tied at 2. And more baseball from Jack Hackman Field following these messages.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for.
Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
We head to the 8th inning here at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield and Everest meeting in extra inning contest tonight. Right-hander Aiden Cherney by our count at 94 pitches.
Number 24.
back out there for Marshfield to start the 8th inning. First man he'll face in the Everest 8th. Third baseman Nate Langben has fly to center. Reached base on a fielder's choice and scored and walked. Officially 0 for 2. Cherney winds and throws. Up and in for ball 1. Marshfield 2, Everest 2. Everest batting top half of the 8th here at Jack Hackman Field. Cherney throws 1-0. Ground ball back up the middle for a base hit. Langben singles to center field, and Everest has a leadoff base runner here in the 8th inning. That's the 6th hit of Cherney tonight. And now Coach Josh Metz comes out for a conversation. And he'll grab the baseball. That's it for Aiden Cherney. Cherney will go 7+ innings tonight. Allowed 2 runs, both earned on 6 hits. Walks 3, strikes out 4. And Aiden on his way to the outfield. And Marshfield's new pitcher is Owen Griesbach. So Griesbach comes in from center field. And Cherney goes out to play the center field spot for Marshfield. Everest is batting here in the top half of the 8th inning. Base runner at first base and nobody out. And this ball game tied at 2. And as Owen Griesbach takes some warm-up throws, let's pause for these messages.
2023 was a year of change, innovation, building something new, and teamwork. The H&S legacy is evolving, and we're carrying it forward, designing equipment that helps farmers get the job done, looking ahead to the future of farming while staying true to the values that have brought us this far and made us who we are today. H&S, strong heritage, strong people, stronger future.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
2932.
Pitcher Nevin Poppy batting for Everest against Owen Griesbach. First pitch low and outside for ball 1. Marshfield and Everest tied at 2. Everest batting top half of the 8th. Runner at first base and nobody out. Poppy 1 for 3 tonight. Griesbach from the stretch. Throws low and outside for ball 2. 2-0. There is now action in the Everest bullpen as well. Griesbach gets set. He delivers low and outside for ball 3. 3-0. Langben at first base has a very short lead down there. Three and nothing on Poppy. Next pitch down low for ball 4. So Poppy walks on 4 pitches. That sends Langben to second base. The batter now is the first baseman Ben Schley. He has struck out, doubled, and flied to right. 1 for 3 with a run batted in. So Everest puts 2 men on base to start the 8th inning. Griesbach from the stretch. Schley shows bunt, bunts third base side, picked up by Griesbach. He'll play to first base in time for the out. Schley out on the sacrifice for out number 1, but on that play, Langben goes to third base, and Poppy takes second. So Everest has 2 men in scoring position for right fielder J.J. Lewis, who has struck out twice and bounced back to the pitcher. He is 0 for 3. First pitch from Griesbach, over at the knees, a called strike 1. Marshfield 2, Everest 2. Everest batting, top of the 8th. Runners at second and third, only 1 out. Marshfield pulls the infield in. Griesbach from the windup, throws again, a swing and a miss. 0-2. Marshfield infield is in at all 4 stations. Richardson at second base and Rabb at short on the grass. Here's the next pitch. It fell on the first base side of the play. 0-2 on J.J. Lewis. Tough spot here for Owen Griesbach in relief of Aiden Cherney. Owen working from the windup. Into his motion, he now throws again. A curveball fouled back. Still 0-2 on J.J. Lewis. Number 6 man in the Everest batting order tonight. Lewis again digs in. Griesbach ready. Winds and throws outside for a ball. 1-2. Everest scored 2 in the 4th. Marshfield 2 in the 6th. And that's where we stand here in the 8th inning. Griesbach throws again. Down low for a ball. 2-2. Good scoring chance here for Everest. 2 men in scoring position. Pitch on the way. Fouled back. Lewis stays alive at 2-2. Great job by Cherney on the mound to start the ball game. Pitching into the 8th inning tonight. Again, Griesbach ready. And throws. Breaking ball. Misses low and inside for a ball. And the count now full, 3-2. First base is open here. Lewis digs back in. Griesbach winds and throws. High fly ball foul on the first base side of the play. Long battle here between Griesbach and J.J. Lewis. Count on Lewis still full, 3-2. Everest still with base runners at second and third. Griesbach from the stretch. Gets set and throws again. Ground ball towards short. Knocked down by Rabb, but off his glove into left field. He'll have no play, and 2 runs will score. And Everest leads 4-2. That ball was hit sharply by Lewis. And Rabb had to contend with the base runner at second base, Poppy, going by him as well. Play tried to backhand the ball, could not do so. Went off his glove into shallow left field. 2 runs are in, and Everest leads 4-2. That'll be a single, 2 RBIs for J.J. Lewis, as both Langben and Poppy score on the play. The batter is catcher Aiden Haupt. First pitch across for a called strike 1. So our score now, Everest 4, and Harris a pickoff throw down the first base line, but does not get by Gilbertson very far. He'll track it down, so Lewis holds at first base. Our score now, Everest 4, Marshfield 2, Everest batting, top of the 8th. Lewis at first base, only 1 out. Next pitch, pop foul on the first base side, heading out of play. 0-2 on Aiden Haupt. Haupt 0 for 3. He's fouled to third, flied to right, bounced to second. J.J. Lewis with a long at bat. Finally got that hit off of Rabb's glove on the 10th pitch in that at bat against Griesbach. 0-2 on Aiden Haupt. And Griesbach delivers a curveball over the head of the batter. Count now 1-2. Big moment there for J.J. Lewis. Did not look all that good his first 3 at-bats, but produced that big hard hit base hit there. This pitch up and in for a ball. 2-2 on Haupt. That ball was hit sharply, and Rabb playing in at shortstop, plus contending with the base runner, had no time to react. Griesbach throws again. popped up on the first base side. Richardson charges and he muffs it. The ball goes by him in the shallow right field, and Lewis goes to third base on the play. Hop with a soft pop-up near second base. Richardson came on, tried to make a grab at it, and the ball went right by him to shallow right field. That is ruled an error on the second baseman Richardson. Marshfield's second error tonight. And on that play, Lewis goes all the way to third base. Coach Metz is out again. The Everest batter is the left fielder Brendan Huckberger. Now Lewis at third, Hopped at first. And Huckberger standing in. Huckberger 0 for 2. He is singled, hit by a pitch, and fly to left tonight. So Everest has scored 2 runs here in the 8th inning to grab a 4-2 lead. And looking for more, they have base runners at first and third, only 1 out. Looked like an easy play for Richardson at second base, but ball got by him. By the way, Carter Miller comes in the ball game. He'll serve as a courtesy runner for the catcher Hopped. Carter Miller running at first base for Everest. Now Huckberger stands in, Griesbach working from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Rides high for ball 1. Our score is Everest 4, Marshfield 2. Everest batting top of the 8th. Runners at first and third, only 1 out. 1-0 pitch on the way. Low for a ball, 2-0. Owen Griesbach on in relief of Aiden Cherney here in the 8th inning. Cherney would be the pitcher of record on the losing side if Everest holds on to win this ball game. Next pitch across for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. By the way, more Legion baseball action Monday evening on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Marshfield and Medford in a Legion doubleheader. Here's a 2-1 pitch on the way. Up and in for a ball, 3-1. Those games Monday here at Jack Hackman Field. Game 1 begins at 5 p.m. Our broadcast 4:45 Monday here on WOSQ. Next pitch by Griesbach is across, a bit high for ball 4. Griesbach's second walk. So Lewis holds at third. Miller goes to second base. Huckberger to first. And Josh Metz back on the mound. The Marshfield coach comes out for another conference here. And he'll make another pitching change. Griesbach heading back towards the outfield. And we'll have a new Marshfield pitcher here. Everest forcing across 2 runs here in the 8th, and they still have the bases loaded with only 1 out. And Marshfield's new pitcher is Nathan Richardson, comes in from second base to pitch. Nathan Richardson, the new Marshfield pitcher. He comes in with the bases loaded, only 1 out in the Everest 8th, and Everest on top in this ball game, 4-2. And so while Richardson gets loose, we'll pause for these messages.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Hi, I'm Shai from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Then Richardson comes in from second base, so Griesbach goes back to center field, and Cherney goes from center field to second base. The Everest batter, center fielder Pearson McDonald, has bounced into a double play, walked, and lined to first. He is 0 for 2 on the evening. Nathan Richardson, the third Marshfield pitcher here in the 8th inning. McDonald stands in. Richardson working from the windup. Sets and delivers. A swing and a miss for strike one. Our score now, Everest 4, Marshfield 2. Everest batting, top of the 8th. Bases loaded, only one out. 0-1 on Pearson McDonald. This pitch down low for a ball, 1 strike. 2 singles, 2 walks, and an error, plus a sacrifice, scoring 2 runs for Everest here in the 8th inning, and they're looking for more. Next pitch on the way, that bounces in for a ball, 2-1. Nathan Richardson, also a young man from Auburndale who's done well for this Marshfield Legion program this year. Working from the windup here, sets and throws, outside for ball 3. The count now 3-1 and no place to put him. 3 balls, 1 strike on Pearson McDonald. Digs in once again. Richardson winds and throws. Bounces in for ball 4. Gets away from the catcher, but no further advance. Bases loaded walk. Scores Lewis from third base to give Everest a 5-2 lead. Miller goes to third, Huckberger to second, McDonald to first. That run is charged to Griesbach. The hitter is Keegan Jerschley, who has doubled and scored, walked, flied to left, bounced to second. Richardson throws, breaking ball across for a called strike 1. It's now Everest 5, Marshfield 2. Everest batting, top of the 8th. Bases loaded, only 1 out. Richardson from the windup, sets and delivers. Popped up behind home plate. The first baseman, Gilbertson, down the first base foul line. He can't find it, and so the ball falls between he and the catcher, Konechny. It looked like Gilbertson's play at first base. He came in, then he made a gesture as if he could not see the ball. He picked it up late once again, but by that time, he couldn't reach it. So Jerschley stays alive, no balls and 2 strikes. Infield back, by the way. Double play depth. Richardson working from the windup. Into his motion, he throws once again. Ground ball left side and through the hole for a base hit. Miller will score. Huckberger rounding third base. He'll score as well. 2-run single for Keegan Jerschley. And Everest now has scored 5 runs here in the 8th inning to lead 7-2. Miller and Huckberger both score on that play. And McDonald stops at second base. Colin Ebersold, the batter. Pitch on the way, fly ball down the right field line. Here comes Erickson near the foul line. He dives, and the ball gets by him into the right field corner. McDonald had to hold up, so he only goes to third base. A base hit by Ebersold reloads the bases. McDonald to third, Jerschley to second, Ebersold to first. So Richardson with a walk and 2 singles, and Nate Langben batting for the second time in this inning. Richardson stays in the windup position and hits the outside corner for a called strike. So Everest has scored 5 runs here in the 8th, and they now lead 7-2. Bases still loaded, only 1 out. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That's low and outside. Blocked by Matt Konechny. The count now 1-1. 4 hits for Everest this inning, plus 3 walks. Next pitch up and in for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And an error as well. Richardson winds, throws once again. Line towards right center field. That's in the gap and gets between the outfielders and to the warning track. McDonald is in. Jerschley is in. And Ebersold scores as well. It's a 3-run double for Nate Langben. And Everest has now scored 8 runs here in the 8th inning to lead 10-2. Three more runs score on that play. Here's Nevin Poppy, the pitcher, batting. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. An 8-run 8th inning for Everest. 1-0 pitch on the way. Inside for a ball, 2-0. And Everest now on top 10-2 as they bat in the 8th inning. Poppy 1 for 3 with a walk tonight. It's a fly ball foul on the first base side of the play. Count goes to 2-1. Unfortunately, Aiden Cherney would be tagged with a loss in this ball game. Here's the next pitch. That's low and inside for a ball, 3-1. As Aiden pitched the first man this inning, that was Langben who singled. Then he was relieved. Then a walk, sacrifice, single, error, walk, walk, single, single, and a double. Richardson throws again. Chop foul on the third base side. 3-2 on Nevin Poppy. Eight runs this inning. 7 of those are earned. Richardson throws once again. Ground ball to third. And grabbed by Robinson. Throws to first base. A high throw down the right field foul line. And so Langben will score, and Poppy goes to second base. Marshfield's second error of the inning. Overthrow by the third baseman, Robinson. Allows Langben to score from second base. No RBI on that play. And Everest now leads 11-2. And Coach Metz out once again. Marshfield bullpen struggling since Cherney left the ball game after facing one man here in the 8th inning. Everest has now sent 11 men to bat in this 8th inning. It's a 9-run 8th inning for Everest. George Jablonski coming into the ball game as a courtesy runner for Poppy, the pitcher.
Number 25 for Everest, Ben Schley.
Everest batter is first baseman Ben Schley. Had a big sacrifice bunt earlier in this inning. He's also flied to right, doubled, and struck out. Has 1 RBI. Takes a pitch low and outside, ball 1. It's Everest 11, Marshfield 2, Everest batting top of the 8th. Runner at second base, still only 1 out. The pitch on the way, bounces in for a ball, 2-0. 9 runs this inning, 7 will be earned. Schley digs in once again. Here's the 2-0 delivery. That's in there for a called strike, 2-1. Tight ball game for the first 7 innings. Then Everest breaks the contest open here in the 8th. Now the 2-1 delivery on the way. That's a cross for a called strike, 2-2. Schley, the 12th man to bat for Everest here in the 8th inning. Batting right-handed, he stands in once again. Richardson gets set and throws. Ground ball towards third. Knocked down by Richardson. Gets up, throws across the diamond, offline, down the right field line again. Jablonski takes third base and Schley to second base. Throwing error on Robinson. Made a nice play to dive and knock the ball down. But then his throw was errant. Schley reaches and Jablonski goes to third base. 3 Marshfield errors here in the 8th. J.J. Lewis, the batter. Hits one foul behind home plate for strike 1. Lewis came up with a big 2-run single earlier in this inning. He's also struck out twice and bounced back to the pitcher. Two men in scoring position. Richardson throws. Fly ball to center field. Griesbach right there makes the catch for the out. Jablonski tags. He'll score on the play. Sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Lewis. His 3rd RBI in this inning. And Everest now leads 12-2. A 10-run 8th inning for Everest. Schley still at second base. And Aiden Haupt, the batter. 0 for 4 with a run scored tonight. First pitch high for ball 1. Haupt billed this 10-run 8th inning when he reached base on an error earlier in this inning. Richardson throws again. Bounces in, gets away from the catcher. And Schley goes to third base. Wild pitch charged to Nathan Richardson. 2 balls, no strikes on Aiden Haupt. There's a major league record out there somewhere for most runs scored in extra innings. I think it's higher than 10, but Everest has pushed across 10 here. Here's a ball hit down the first baseline, foul. 2-1. A 10-run 8th inning for Everest. Haupt stands back in there. Richardson working from the stretch. Now throws up and in for a ball, 3-1. Marshfield fought back to score 2 in the 6th, tie the ball game, but things getting out of hand here in the 8th. Next pitch is up and in for ball 4. Haupt draws a base on balls.
Left fielder number 1, Brennan Hochberger.
4 walks issued by the Marshfield pitching staff here in the 8th inning. And Carter Miller now will run for Haupt as a courtesy runner. Everest hitter is the left fielder Brendan Huckberger. He walked and scored earlier this inning. Has also been hit by a pitch, singled and flied to left. Richardson stays in the stretch here. Pitch on the way, fly ball towards left field, and Sadowska plays the ball on a hop. It's a base hit. Schley comes home, and Miller stops at second base. RBI base hit for Brendan Huckberger. Makes the score 13-2.
Number 11, Preston McDonald. Pearson McDonald.
An 11-run 8th inning for Everest. Pearson McDonald batting. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Oh, 1 pitch over for a called strike, 0-2. McDonald walked with the bases loaded and scored himself earlier in this inning. Also walked back in the 5th. He's bounced into a double play and lined to first. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery, a swing and a foul back. Count stays 0-2. 11 runs for Everest here in the 8th inning. Richardson from the stretch once again. Now fires, popped up on the right side, and Cherney at second base will call and make the play to end the inning. In the 8th inning for Everest, 11 runs, 7 earned on 6 hits. 3 Marshfield errors, 4 walks, and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 8th inning with Everest leading Marshfield 13-2. We'll come back with more baseball in just a moment.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's fat bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Marshfield batting, bottom half of the 8th inning. Leadoff man is Andrew Siraki. Andrew batting in place of Bryce Erickson. Niven Poppy still on the mound for Everest. Winds and delivers. Up and in for ball 1. Everest on top, 13-2. As Marshfield bats, bottom half of the 8th. 1-0 to Siraki. That's down low for a ball, 2-0. Bryce Erickson struck out, bounced to short, fly to center. 0 for 3. Poppy in command right now. Throws once again, a swing and a miss. 2-1. Last time he was on the mound, this ball game was tied at 2. Now he's on top, 13-2. Here's the 2-1 delivery. That's outside for a ball, 3-1. Sudden turn of events here at Jack Hackman Field. Poppy winds and throws once again, a swing and a miss. The count full, 3-2. We'll see how long Poppy goes here. By our count, he's at 105. He gets set once again and delivers. Up and in for ball 4. Siraki draws a base on balls to open the Marshfield 8th. Marshfield batter is Xander Edmondson, batting in place of Adam Gilbertson. Adam singled and scored, struck out, line to third. Ball in the dirt for ball 1, gets away from the catcher, and Siraki takes second base. Wild pitch charge to Poppy. Count on Edmondson, 1-0. Poppy working from the stretch here. Checks the runner and throws. Across for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marshfield would fall to 4-9 with a setback in this ball game. Everest would improve to 4-3. Here is the 1-1 delivery. Popped up, foul, third base side, out of play. 1-2 on Xander Edmondson. Nevin Poppy still out there on the mound for the Everest Legion squad. Tall right-hander. Working from the stretch. Delivers once again. A swing and a miss. And Edmondson out on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Poppy tonight. And that might be Poppy's pitch limit as the Everest coach coming out to make a change. Dylan Hagan will be the new Marshfield batter here. And it looks like we'll see a new pitcher here for Everest. So Nevin Poppy pitches 7 1/3 tonight. And he'll likely earn the win as his ball club is up by 11 as Marshfield bats here in the 8th inning. Poppy heading towards the outfield. And the new Everest pitcher is the second baseman, Colin Ebersold. Everest leads this ball game 13-2 as Marshfield bats in the last half of the 8th inning. While Ebersold takes his warm-up throws, we'll pause for these words.
High school sports coverage is brought.
I'm State Representative John Spiros. I've been on the front lines fighting against the radical woke agenda, which is trying to tear apart our state and our families. Dangerous policies like defunding the police, open borders, and runaway taxes. As a veteran and former police officer, I know how important upholding the rule of law is for our communities. That's why I've stood up against radical ideas and held the line against the free-spending liberals in Madison. In the August 13th primary, I'm asking for your vote to keep a proven conservative working for us in Madison. After all, if you don't vote to protect our liberties, who will?
Vote John Spiros for State Assembly. Paid for by Spiros for Assembly.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com.
Dylan Hagan, the scheduled batter for Marshfield, replacing Owen Griesbach, who doubled and scored, singled, and fly to center. This game tied at 2 after 7 innings, and then Everest scored 11 runs in the top half of the 8th. You're listening to American Legion Baseball on Sports Radio 92.3 FM, WOSQ, Spencer Marshfield, and WOSQFM.com, as well as ZaleskiSports.com. Dylan Hagan stands in. The pitch by Ebersold. Over for a call, strike 1. I'm Gene Delisio at Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield. Marshfield batting last half of the 8th, trailing Everest 13-2. 0-1 on Dylan Hagan. Ebersold throws once again. This is inside for ball, 1 strike. Want to salute a couple of young ladies from Spencer doing well academically on the collegiate level. Hannah and Leah Zastro now competing in track and field at UW Stout. Pitch on the way, fouled back, 1-2. Both Hannah and Leah are members of the NCAA Division III Academic All-District team for this season. Both competing in track and field at Stout. Congratulations to Hannah and Leah on that honor. 1-2 the count. Ebersold throws once again. Swung on, fouled back. To receive that honor, a student athlete must have a grade point average of at least 3.5, rank in the top 50 in the nation on the performance list for a single indoor or outdoor event or have a top 50 performance in an NCAA regional. 1-2 the count on Dylan Hagan. Pitch on the way, fouled back once again. And so Hannah and Leah Zastro Spencer, both EW Stout, both achieved that honor, the NCAA Division III Academic All-District Track and Field team for this year. Still 1-2 on Dylan Hagan. Batting for Marshfield here in the 8th. Ebersold gets set and delivers. Half swing, and looks like they'll root that pitch outside for a ball. Count on Hagan now 2-2. Now we're going to appeal to the base umpire. He says there was no swing, so 2-2 on Dylan Hagan. Ebersold again from the stretch. Fires again, high hopper first base side and muffed by the first baseman Schley down the right field line. Siraki will score on the play. And Marshfield now trails 13-3. No RBI as Hagan reaches on the error by the first baseman Schley, the first Everest error tonight. There's a ground ball to second base. Muffed by Jablonski, throws a short for one on the first for a double play. The Marshfield batter there was Dalton Hagan. Batting for Robinson, that's a 4-6-3 double play, and that will end the contest. So Marshfield in the 8th, 1 run. It is unearned on no hits. 1 error, 1 walk, no one left on base. Our final score in 8 innings, Everest 13 and Marshfield 3. We'll have a full recap coming up following these messages.
High school sports coverage is brought to you by Culver's, North Central Avenue, Marshfield, the family.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fury, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you